What up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, besides the Sundance Film Festival, one of my other favorite film festivals. Now, granted, I never go to these festivals or anything, but these festivals always have some of the best films playing. And one of the other film festivals that has some of the best films that always get shown is the South by Southwest Film Festival. And I mean, South by Southwest, features pretty much have featured some of the best comedies in recent years. I mean, heck, Booksmart ended up being, that actually premiered at South by Southwest last year, and that ended up being one of my favorite movies of 2019. And I mean, there's some interesting films that said you'd be premiering at Sundance. So with that being said, here are most of the films playing at Sundance. Now, I'm not going to really talk about every film listed, just the one that sound interesting and all that. And I'll leave a link to the description box below so you can check out the rest of the films premiering there. But anyway, here are some of the films premiering at Sundance. Alright, the headliners are Bad Trip, which is a prank-based comedy directed by Kieto Sikaria, and is a hidden camera comedy that follows two best friends as they go on a cross-country road trip full of hilarious and inventive pranks, pulling its real-life audience into mayhem. Boy, that doesn't sound like Jackass at all. The film stars Lil Rel Howery, Tiffany Haddish, and Eric Andre. Did not wait for that. I mean, they dropped the trailer not so long, like last year, really, and the movie's been getting delayed too. Like, it was supposed to come out in October, then at first it was supposed to come out in February, and now it's coming out in April. Oh boy, not a good sign. Alright, there's also a Beastie Boys documentary directed by Spike Jonze. That's one of the headliners. Now, Spike Jonze is, come on, one of the best there is. Alright, another headliner would be a film called The King of Staten Island, which is the new Judd Apatow comic, which looks like they already got a title for it. And the film stars Pete Davidson, and it's really where Pete Davidson it's a bracing comedy about a burnout stuck living with his mom, played by Marissa Tomei, on Staten Island. It stars Davidson, Tomei, Bill Burr, Bella Powley, Maude Apatow, Steve Buscemi. I mean, I cannot wait for King of Staten Island. This is supposed to be based on Pete Davidson's real life, and I love Pete Davidson. He's really hilarious on SNL. This is directed by Judd Apatow. I mean, the last time he directed a movie was Trainwreck, and that, of course, starred Amy Schumer. So, King of Staten Island could be something pretty interesting to watch. Alright, another headliner is a film called LA Originals, which is like a documentary of the exploration of the culture and landmarks of Sherato and street art movement that cemented Mr. Cartoon and all. And also the status of scenes behind like hip hop legends. I don't know much about that, so. Anyway, another headliner is another film I'm really stoked for, and that's a movie called Lovebirds. Now, I've been seeing the trailer drop. Like, the trailer dropped during the screenings of some really good films, like not except for Underwear, but the trailer for Lovebirds was shown in front of Like a Boss, and it was also shown in front of Just Mercy, and man, Lovebirds looks hilarious. It stars Camille Nanjiani and Issa Rae, who plays this young couple who are put into a bizarre and hilarious murder mystery, and they're trying to work, to clear up their name and solve their crime. And I think this looks downright funny. You got Camille Nanjiani reteaming with his Big Sick director, Micah Showalter. Issa Rae is really hilarious. I definitely cannot wait to check this one out. Now, for the narrative spots, there's a film called The 24th, which is directed by Kevin Wilmot, and it is based on the true story of the Black 24 United States Infantry in Houston riot of 1917. The night of violence led to the largest murder trial in American history. The cast in this also includes Troy Byers, who's of course best known for playing Andre on Empire, Ajinomi King from How to Get Away with Murder, Bashir Salahuddin, who's on that Sherman Showcase, Mo McRae, and Makatai Wilson, and Thomas Hayden Church in this. I mean, this sounds really insane. I don't know much about the true story, but I really like the cast, so hopefully it's something interesting to watch. Alright. There's a film called Archive, which is like a sci-fi film that takes place in the year 2048, and George Almore is working on a true human equivalent AI, and his latest prototype is almost ready, but his true goal must be hidden at all costs. It stars the likes of Dio James, Stacey Martin. It'll be interesting. There's a film called I don't know much about Best Summer Ever. That could be interesting. Castle in the Ground, which stars Alex Wolff, who plays this grieving teenager who befriends with this troubled woman played by Umugan Poos across the hall as the epidemic takes hold of their small town in 2012. It also stars Nave Campbell, Kara Gilchrist, who's of course on that show The Typical, so I can't wait for that. There's a film called Critical Thinking, which is directed by John Leguizamo, and it's based on the true story from 1998, and it's about 5 Latin and Black teenagers from the toughest underserved ghetto in Miami fight their way into the national competition. Championship. Anyway, besides Leguizamo, the film also stars Michael K. Williams, who of course K. Williams and Leguizamo was on that Netflix miniseries When They See Us, so there's that. Alright. There's a film directed by RZA himself, Cutthroat City. Kind of a weird name, but anyway. The film is a powerful and hard-hitting heist drama that's directed by the aforementioned RZA from Wu-Tang Clan fame. I mean, who doesn't love Wu-Tang Clan? Anyway. And it takes place in New Orleans, lower Ninth Ward following Hurricane Katrina. The cast includes Shamik Moore, T.I., Demetrius Shipp Jr., Pat Graham, Denzel Whitaker, Isaiah Washington, Wesley Snipes, Ethan Hawke, Terrence Harris. Speaking of Empire, I mean, I'm a sucker for heist movies, so that's pretty cool. And RZA is a pretty decent director, you know. He did that pretty cool movie with Russell Crowe a couple years back, Iron Fist, Man with the Iron Fist. So he's becoming an okay filmmaker, so I'll probably check this one out. There's a film called I Used to Go Here, which is directed by Chris Ray, and here's what this is about. Following the launch of her new novel, 35-year-old writer Kate Conklin, played by Jillian Jacobs, is invited to speak at her alma mater by her mentor and former professor, played by Jermaine Clement. The cast also includes Josh Wiggins, Hannah Marks, Zoe Keogh. This could be interesting to watch. There's a sci-fi movie called The Outpost, directed by Straw Dogs remake director Rob Laurie, and it's based on the Battle of Kamadish in Afghanistan, where 54 U.S. soldiers held off 400 Taliban insurgents in the deadliest military outpost in the world. It stars Scott Eastwood, Caleb Landry Jones, Orlando Bloom, Jay Casey, Corey Hardwick. That kind of sounds pretty cool right there. There's a film called The Quarry, directed by Scott Thames, and it's about a mysterious fugitive kills a traveling preacher and assumes his identity, hiding out in a desolated Texas town. The congregation is quickly drawn into the man's orthodox sermons, but so is the local police chief, who has his suspicions. The cast also includes Shee Wingham, Micah Shannon, Bruno Bashir, Bobby Soto. Another film playing some film called The Racer. I don't know much about that. It's about like this 1998 Tour de France, so that could be interesting. There's a film called The Show, which stars Tom Burke, Ellie Bepper. I don't know much about that. There's some film called Small Engine Repair, which stars John Bertha, and it's where like these blue collar childhood buddies Frank Swano and Paco meet off hours one night at Frank's out of the way repair shop for suspicious reasons. Only he seems to have a handle on it. Could be cool. I like John Bertha, so why not? There's a film called Uncorked, which stars the likes of Mamoudou Ati, Courtney B. Vance, Niecy Nash, Matt McGarry, and in this film, anyway. Alright. Now, in Uncorked, Elijah, played by Ati, must find a way to balance his dream of becoming master, similar with his father's expectations for him to carry on the family's popular Memphis barbecue joint. This Ati dude, he's actually a pretty good actor. I mean, I first took notice of him when he was in that movie Patty Cakes. He was in some really ugly good stuff since then. So, kind of intrigued to check out more from this guy. I think he's also going to be in Jurassic World 3, so there's that. So, hopefully, he'll be pretty good in Uncorked. Now, there are some documentaries in the documentary Spotlight, which is one of the documentaries is called 925, The Story of a Movement, which is about the movement that ended up inspiring Jay Pollan to make the movie 925, so that's pretty cool right there. There's some film called And We Go Green, which is directed by Fisher Stevens, who, by the way, directed a documentary about Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. I forgot the actual name, but that was actually a pretty good thought. There's something called Console Wars, which is about the the video game company in the world. I mean, hey, who doesn't love Nintendo and all that? So, there's Crazy Not Insane, which I don't know much about. Okay. A Secret Love, I don't know much what that's about. We Are as Gods, that could be interesting. There's literally some weird documentary called You Cannot Kill Dave Arquette, where in 2000, actor Dave Arquette infamously became the world wrestling champion as a promotion for his movie Ready to Rumble, but he wasn't prepared for the backlash. And so 20 years later, Arquette seeks redemption by returning to the ring for real this time. I mean, I love Dave Arquette, scream people, but that sounds kind of weird, but anyway. Alright, now for the narrative feature competition, the films playing in that competition are Holler, directed by Nicole Regan, and it's where to pay for her education and the chance for a better life. A young woman joins a dangerous scrape metal crew. It stars the likes of Jessica Barden from The End of the World, Gus Helper, Austin Emilio, Pamela Adlon, and Becky Ann Baker. There's a film playing there called I'll Meet You There. I don't know much about that. There's a film called Pink Skies Ahead, which is directed by Kelly Oxford, and it's where life unravels for a young woman after dropping out of college and moving in with her parents and being diagnosed with a anxiety disorder. It also stars Jessica Barden along with Marsha Gay Harden, Michael McKean, Henry Winkler, Rosa Salazar, Mary J. Blige. Could be pretty cool. I mean, this Rosa Salazar, she was, of course, just seen in Leah Ballinger. She was great in that. So anything that she's in, I'll definitely give it a shot. Alright, there's a film called Really Love, which stars the likes of Kefi Saribo from Queen Sugar fame, Uzo Aduba, Michael Ealy. There's some film called Shithouse, which stars Dylan Gola, Amy Landecker, and Logan Miller. And it's where a homesick college freshman goes to a party at a shithouse and ends up spending the night with his sophomore buddy who had a shitty night who had a shitty day and wants someone to hang out with, so that could be interesting. There's a film called Shiva Baby. I don't know much about that. There's a film called Teenage Badass, which stars Leah Thompson's daughter, Madeline Dioge. But that's pretty much all I'm really going to read now. I'll go ahead and leave a description below so you can check out some of the other films playing at South by Southwest. But yeah, lots of interesting stuff from there. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward for King of Staten Island. I cannot wait for Lovebirds. So it should be interesting. Like, granted, I'm not going to this film festival or anything, but these movies will, of course, be shown, whenever they either hit theaters or streaming or whatnot. But anyway, let me leave to you guys. What films from premiering at South by Southwest are you guys interested about? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Team Movie signing off.